Hello everyone, this is Statistics 2024 A-Level for Edexcel. And let's have a look at question 1. I believe the correct Cantonese pronunciation of that name is 𝗀. So 𝗀 rolls a fair dice 10 times. The random variable x represents the number of times that the dice lands on a 6. Using a suitable distribution for x, find the probability that x is equal to 3. So we're going to have a binomial distribution because either the dice lands on a 6 or it doesn't land on a 6. The rolls are independent of each other. There's a fixed probability and a fixed number of trials. And the results are all independent of each other. So that's why we're going to use a binomial. So remember, when we're using our calculator, we use the probability that x is equal to 3. Okay, probability of x is equal to 3 means binomial PD. So when you put the binomial PD in there, you should get 0.55045. Next one, probability that x is less than 3. Now less than 3 is the same as less than or equal to 2. Okay, so less than or equal to 2. So again, this time it's going to be, that one's going to be binomial PD, and this one will be binomial CD. Okay, so you work out binomial CD and you get 0.775226. Now, 𝗀 repeats the experiment each day for 60 days, recording the number of days when x is equal to 3. Find the probability that there are at least 12 days when the probability of x is equal to 3. So what we've got to think about here is we've got a new binomial distribution in which the probability is going to be when the probability of x equals 3. So the result that we worked out before, probability of x equals 3, is going in as our p. And we've got our n as 12. So here's our new sort of binomial distribution modeling this situation. Probability that there are at least 12 means probability of x is greater than or equal to 12. Now, depending on what calculator you're using, if you're using a graphical calculator, you can select the right-hand tail and you can just work it out directly. However, if you're using the non-graphical calculator, you might need to work out one takeaway probability of x is less than or equal to 11. And remember, it would be binomial CD. So that will give you 1 minus 0.78819, and you should get 0.212 for part B there. Now, it says find an estimate for part C. Find an estimate for the total number of 6s that 𝗀 will roll during these 60 days. Now, expected number of outcomes is equal to the number of trials times by the probability of the event. Okay, so the number of trials is 𝗀 rolls a dice 10 times each day. Okay, that's the thing. So basically, that's the kind of like thing that the experiment that 𝗀 is doing. So each day the dice is rolled 10 times and it's repeated for 60 days. Okay, so therefore it's going to be 600 rolls of the dice. So the number of trials is 600, the probability is 1/6. So 600 times 1/6 is 100. Part D, use a normal approximation to estimate the probability that 𝗀 rolls a total number of more than 95 6s during the 60 days. So we're going to basically use a normal approximation to our binomial. And remember that when we're doing that, we say that mu is equal to n times p. We've already established that n is 600 and that p is 1/6. So mu is 100. Sigma is equal to the square root of n times p times 1 minus p. Our n is 600, our p is a 6, and so 1 minus p is 5/6. So we work that out, we get our sigma, our standard deviation is going to be the square root of 250 over 3. So when we put that into our normal approximation, because remember that a normal distribution is n is mu and sigma squared, that's what it would look like in our normal distribution. So that's our new distribution. Now, it says we've got to try and work out the probability of more than 95 6s. Now, we've got to remember to apply a continuity correction because we're going from a binomial, which is a discrete distribution, to a normal distribution, which is continuous. So there's our 95. So we've got to think about our lower bound and our upper bound. Now we're looking for the number of times that it's greater than 95. So that means we want to get rid of everything that's got anything to do with 95 and just start from the upper bound upwards. Okay, so that means that in our normal distribution, when we apply our continuity correction, we're going to be dealing with 95.5. Okay, so now again, depending on your calculators, there's several ways you can do this. You can either select the right hand tail if you've got a graphical calculator and do it directly. If you're using a regular calculator, there are two ways you can do it. You can either set your lower limit to be a really big negative number and put your upper limit as 95.5, which will give you 0.311. And then because we're after this bit, you could do 1 take away that value. Or if you wish, you could set your lower limit as 95.5, put your upper limit as a really big number, and that would also give you that number directly. So that's the probability there that Shen rolls a total of more than 95 sixes during the 60 days, 0.68923 significant figures. Perfect, I hope you found that helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.